Your Majesty, may I present Miss Kate Sharma and Edwina Sharma?
Only hope they like me.
All you have to do this evening is remember what it is you're looking for.
Someone charming. And handsome, of course.
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm really well, thanks.
You've probably heard this a million times, but you look absolutely gorgeous tonight. Just wanted to ask you, so this time round we get to see a more humanised version of the Queen, we get to tap into her emotions a bit more. Why is it important that we see this side of her, and why now?
Gosh, I think it's, I feel very lucky. I get to wear fabulous frocks. I get to wear the fabulous wigs. I get to go and organise balls and, search for Lady Whistledown and be involved in the gossip, but also to show the private side of the Queen and her humanity is really important, because I think that makes her relatable. A lot of the characters this season get to show a vulnerability, and I think that makes them relatable.
And how threatened do you think the Queen is by Lady Whistledown, or do you just think she wants to rein back that control?
I think there is a bit of a threat, but I also think that there's a bit of joy there. I think she kind of maybe idolises or respects Lady Whistledown. But yeah, I think there's a bit of both there. There's, she's put the Queen's nose out of joint. The Queen is the ruler. She is the ruler of the ton. She's the one that, says what goes. But then, gosh, I think she admires Lady Whistledown. Who is this woman? Yeah, a bit of both I think is good to play.
And finally, what is it like to play a character with such power and such kind of control in an era where women didn't have that much power and control?
Yes, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, we weren't allowed to vote, were we? And we were kind of passed on by our fathers to our husbands, and we have no real kind of agency, did we? But I think in Bridgerton it's really interesting because all of the women either don't have a man, or their husband or man is in difficulty and isn't around, is struggling. So you see a really empowered feminine energy, a kind of Lady Danbury, Lady Bridgerton, myself, Lady Featherington. All these women are in control of what goes on in the ton and have power, and whether it's kind of having power by what's the word I'm looking for? By kind of oh gosh, my brain is gone. Kind of investing in kind of, I don't want to say trickery because that's not the right word, but the underlying, do you know what I mean? Kind of coming at it from a different way. And making the men or society think that other people are in control, but really these amazing women are totally in control. They're pulling the strings, exactly. And there's a really good line that the Queen says, I don't think this is any kind of spoiler, to Lady Danbury, she kind of says, are you? I think you might be pulling my strings, Lady Danbury. And I think that's really great because you see like a really deep friendship. I know that she's pulling my strings. She knows that I know that she's pulling my strings. You know what I mean? But yet we somehow kind of get on with it and cause havoc. Mutual respect, exactly.
Hello, you too. You're looking very snazzy. So when we spoke earlier, you were saying that you wanted to see Benedict continue on to have a little bit more freedom, a bit more exploration. What part of the books would you like to see in the TV series?
Well, I've only I have a difficult it's difficult with the books because I to be fully in the show, I have to sort of use the books as a bit of a give me a sense of something, but I don't want to sort of fall into the books and then not be able to fully be in the show. So I've read the Benedict book, and so I know what happens in the Benedict book. And there, as always, I think Julia Quinn has got such a good flair for like iconic sequences. Like I think in this season, the Pall Mall sequence is just it's one of those moments that just absolutely sums up the whole Bridgerton thing. So yeah, I mean there are many more. I think all I can say, confirm, is that that flair that she has for doing that comes up in every single book, I'd say.
What's your favourite thing about playing Benedict?
My favourite thing about playing Benedict, I think, is that this is my first big screen outing, I guess, and what helps me is that Benedict is very relaxed, and that makes me relaxed. It's so nice to have a character that you feel like you can just, lean back and not try too hard, ease into it. So yeah, I think his ease, I really enjoy playing. It's very fun to play, obviously.
Did you guys get to play Pall Mall just for fun?
We did. I mean, in fact, some of the shots, the director literally said, just give it a go. I wasn't great at it. I had one really great moment, and then I kept breaking the mallets. I broke about 6. And the first one, everyone found it funny. By the 5th or 6th, people were pretty mad.
Who's the most competitive?
Well, I'd say Johnny or Anthony, but I also think that I'm sneakily competitive. I've sort of like discreetly been competitive.
So you guys have said before that you all feel like a big family. Who is your favourite Bridgerton sibling?
Oh, I genuinely couldn't choose. Genuinely, I'm not even, I'm not even saying that. It's impossible. And I think that the show takes such time and care to develop those relationships and give them a very unique flavour each. That, I can't possibly choose. It's too complicated. We're families, so, they're complicated. Families are complicated.
And finally, what was your favourite thing about filming season 2? Like, what's your favourite maybe moment or?
I really, I think the moment, I don't want to say too much about it, but there's a certain dinner scene with me and Luke that I really, really enjoyed doing. I think it's a really fun, there's a really fun little twist.
So your chemistry kind of comes out there as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Hi, you look amazing. Yes, we did. Nice to see you. So,
enjoy chatting with you, yeah.
Thank you. So obviously you had that intimate scene. Have you had a chance to watch it back yet?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
What was that like?
It's always going to be a bit weird, but I think, the whole creative team behind this show have really put together something really beautiful, and I'm just really proud of everything that me and Johnny have put together. And for the intimate scenes, it's always going to be a bit weird, but yeah, I think we worked hard and I hope it pays off.
Hello, you look gorgeous. I know, you look absolutely stunning. Just really quickly, so your character has a really big character arc this season. She starts off thinking one way, believing certain things, and then by the end of it, she's changed her ideals completely. What is it like to go through that character change and to play those kind of nuances?
As an actor, like an absolute gift, right? But I also think just on a more grand scale, I think a lot of women across the world are in Edwina's position, and to be able to represent a journey that I think feels really truthful and powerful, I hope that it can inspire, maybe lead as an example for many young people out there.
So Philippa's finally found her love match. How would you like to see her role expand in seasons coming up?
I'd like to see her team up with Mama. I think she's got she could be a little bit sneaky with Mama is what I'm hoping for, yeah.
You think she's got a little bit of a feistier nature?
I think so. I think it'd just be funny to see her try, wouldn't it? See her make a fool of herself a little bit more. I think it'd be good, yeah.
What's it like on set to be a Featherington? Like, as the sisters, is there quite a natural vibe between you all?
Definitely. It's we all have so much chemistry, and then when the cameras start turning, we're meant to kind of turn that off to show the dysfunction, but it really works. Yeah, we all have a great chemistry.
How do you think that Philippa will take Penelope's very dark secret?
If it even bothers her, because she's in her own world, I just don't feel like unless it affects Philippa, there's nothing really she won't care. I don't think she'll care. I think as long as everything in her world is fine and it's not messing with her, then do what you want, innit?
What is it like to work on a show as big as Bridgerton?
Wild. It's massive. There's just so much so many people that make it all come together, and it can be quite overwhelming, like, but in the best way,
With yourself coming into the second season and the kind of gravitas that Bridgerton has built up and the kind of audience and fan base, were you feeling a bit nervous coming into the second season?
Maybe I should have been, but not really, because I think because the pandemic just like, I didn't even notice a change in my own life, really. So I just got back to work, but then I guess everything was so different, and I think a lot of people felt some pressure. Maybe I should have. But I was just like, here we are again. Here we go again. Yeah.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks. I'm well.
First outing in Bridgerton land, how did you find it?
I found it amazing, yeah. It's such a lovely group of people, you know. People say a lot about sets and stuff, but it's a really, like, it's a proper big family. And it was incredible, like, I got cast just before the first one aired, so to watch it come out and watch everything happen with it, all my friends were loving it, that was really cool, yeah.
What was it like to kind of join such a big set and a big family, as you said?
Well, it should have been intimidating, and in lots of ways it was, but because everyone's so welcoming, I knew Nicola a little bit before, so she really sweetly introduced me to everyone, and added me to the WhatsApp group, you know, yeah. We do have a WhatsApp group, yeah, so that was nice. So I felt like I kind of, before I met people in person, I'd already kind of got to know people a little bit, you know.
Will we be seeing more of Theo in season 3?
I think. Listen, you know, the story's left open-ended, but yeah, we'll see.
What would you like to happen with this character and with maybe Eloise going forward?
I mean, I think, you know, I love Eloise as a character. I love the things she's interested in, like, for me as an actor, as a person, I think she's, you know, on the right track. So I hope she carries on pursuing her interest. And you know, man or no man, I don't think that's what's going to define Eloise. I think she's much more than that. Anything else will be an addition to an already very interesting and fantastic character.
So what do you think it was about Theo that managed to break Eloise down? Because obviously she was very, very focused on kind of being more independent. So all of a sudden she's got this new love interest, this new friendship. What was it about it?
It was his face. No, I'm joking. No, I think, you know, well, it's absolutely not that, because Eloise is much more, she's not a shallow. But I think meeting someone who wasn't, you know, not from like the run-of-the-mill bunch of suitors that she sees every day and sees her, you know, at balls and all of this, I think she's someone who wants something different from life. So I think that was the appeal, really. Yeah.
Portia has a little bit of a, without teasing too much, has a little bit of a flirtation with romance this season.
It's not just restricted to the under 25s, you know.
Would you like to see her character have a deeper love story maybe coming up, or a sex scene?
God, not sexy, no. I've done those, been there, done that. No, I think it's always nice to sort of explore that side of a character. I mean, you know, women are many, many things. They're mothers, they're sisters, they're lovers, you know. So it's nice to play all aspects of being human. So yeah, I liked it.
What do you think drives Portia's ruthless ambition?
I think what drives her is survival. I think it's a man's world. I think no one's got her back. I think she has a great sense of duty and responsibility to her daughters. I think she's a wonderful mother. She has slightly questionable sort of tactics sometimes, but the main objective is always her children's security, because otherwise she'd be on the streets.
What is the best thing about being a Featherington?
Oh my God, there's so many good things about being a Featherington. I think being slightly naughty, I think the costumes, the colour, the being an outsider, you know, I quite like that.
And finally, you play quite a strong, feisty character. What is it like to kind of dig into that kind of role?
What is it like to
dig into that kind of role?
I like to think that I'm a strong woman. I like to represent strong women. It's a pleasure to play that sort of role, actually. Yeah, it's fun. I wouldn't want to play some simpering wallflower, you know.